Hi everyone. Card number 2, video number 2. We're going to be working with a stamp set called Back on Your Feet. And it is along the line of a get well primarily, but it's also kind of an encouragement thing. Very cute images on this one. I'm going to use the giraffe. Go figure, huh? And it's really cute. It's got an expression that says, "This is not good," and he's got his neck tied in a knot. I imagine you can see it there. So we'll get rolling on that right away. Here is a picture of what we're going to be doing, and get your card kit out so that we can go over that, okay? Okay. The card base is very vanilla, just straight card base, no fancy folds, anything like that. We have a layer of cinnamon cider, which is one of the new colors, as you know, and that is a full layer, covers the entire card base. And we also have a layer of, oh boy, oh man, I'm sorry. That's specialty designer paper. Let's see, it's called In Good Taste. In Good Taste. And this is just one of the papers from that set. It's really got beautiful stuff. I think I talked to you about that during the man card class. So that's another layer. It has about 1/8 of an inch reveal around. I'm using again the stitched layered labels, and it has a piece of foam that's going to be behind it to shadow it, like so. And also the expression, "This is not good," is the same deal. We've got the foam behind it. And we have a little bit of forestry to put on here, however you'd like to layer it. Okay, so we will get going on that. Pretty simple start. Let's get the cinnamon cider layered on the card base. Anytime you want any information on these, you can just shoot me an email if you're doing this by video rather than Zoom. And if you're Zooming and have a question, just ask. Okay, I'm going to have to stand it up in my normal way. It just seems to work for me and nothing else does. Okay, there we go. Burnish it down, guys. Alright, and then next, of course, our designer paper. I'm going to put a little bit of tape in the center also because of the texture. I embossed it with an older embossing folder. Striped dots, I think it was called, something like that. Like I said, you've got about 1/8 of an inch reveal on between the designer paper and your first layer. And again, I like to burnish down the edge of the designer paper if it's embossed. I think it looks cleaner and more finished. I don't think it does. I know it does. Okay, and I'm going to try to keep this card right side up. Let's see. Okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to lay this guy down here. And like so. All right. Okay. Go ahead and put your tape on your little art piece. and layer it onto the foam piece. Leave, a quarter of an inch kind of around the top and the front side, like so. And then we're going to tape it down along the edge, the opening edge of the card, and probably, make sure I'm right here, okay, about, it's just right on the edge of the cinnamon cider, but about a half an inch from the top. Half to 3/4, something like that. And then we have our little greeting, which you're going to do exactly the same thing with. Yes. I didn't leave quite as much of the brown showing on yet. I actually laid it right where the stitching is. So you've only got maybe a 1/16 of an inch or so of the brown around that. Okay, and we'll put it on here about like so. But I think we're going to put the trees on first. Go ahead and figure out how you want to lay it. Oh, you might have to get something to lift your foam. Some sort of a spatula. I'm going to cut this. Go ahead and cut it kind of almost in half, actually. Cut the right side off of it. So now you've got 2 pieces of tree. I'm going to put one up here about like so. And then the other one more down toward the bottom. Same deal. Or actually I kind of like it on top. And then this one, let's go ahead and put these 2 down. Glue dots would be a really good way. That's how I like to do this, because I can slip them right underneath there. Get my glue dot on the pokey tool. Pick it up off of whatever kind you're using, and then I'll just place one right under the leaf and do the same in another spot. Like maybe right there. And do the bottom section. And glue dot actually on the giraffe piece. My bird is chewing on my toes. If I yell, that's what's going on. Don't eat my socks. Darn you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clip off the stem off of this one. And I gotta find a glue dot for it. Put one there. I am so bummed. There was a dove just hit the window a few minutes ago, and he's out there deader than a doornail. There was like, I don't know, probably a dozen or so of them that were flying around like they were a little bit nuts. You know how the robins do in the fall when they're on the juniper berries? Well, that's the way the robins were acting. I didn't know that they did that. Anyway, one of them flew into the window. I'm so sad about that. They're so beautiful. Okay, now we've got our greenery on there, looking something like that. And now we can go ahead and place this wherever you'd like to. If you want to lift this up so that the leaf is on top of it, I kind of like that. And I think I would go ahead and, as long as we got the glue dots out, use a glue dot underneath this greeting, one at the top and maybe one at the bottom. Makes for a simple process. Okay, now we're looking about like that, are we? What do you think? Isn't he cute? Guess what we get to do now? We're going to color our giraffe. Yes, by golly, we are. It is time. Okay. Again, I'm using Copics, and I've got 3 different colors of brown that are in the 30 series. That doesn't mean anything to you, I know. I'm going to color the entire giraffe, other than his eye, with the lightest shade. Whole thing. Look at his little legs. Boy, they're skinny. Skinny little legs. Okay. I'll bet you'll like when I'm coloring, huh? Because I shut up. Okay, then I take, that was my lightest color, and I'm going to take my medium color, and I'm going to do all of the dots with it. Do the whole dot. This guy's really simple to color. And then a little fleck in the center of his ear. Okay, the inside legs, go ahead and color them with the same color you're doing those dots, a little darker, or do get a little heavier with your colored pencil, whatever, because those legs are going to be shadowed for sure. And then let's get some little bit of shading around his chest area and neck. Yeah. Maybe just a tiny little bit on the outside leg, the inside of the outside leg. That makes sense. Where your little lines are, the artist has given you some areas that should be shadowed. Okay, and then on the dots themselves, a little bit of darker. Kind of be consistent about the area, whether you do them on the bottom, which is what I think should be done. And then those of you using Copic markers, go ahead and get your medium or your light, probably your light, and blend that a little bit. And then his hooves, we're going to do with the darkest brown. And last but not least, a little bit of green underneath his feet. And that's all there is, folks. We are done with this card. Some of the verbiage that's in this set, hope things get better soon. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Sigh, ouch, this is not good. And sometimes that's all there is to say, and that I'm here for you. So anyway, that is that card. That was pretty darn simple, wasn't it? I thank you for being here, guys and gals.